trying to remember what, cause what was it? It was, we were, oh, right. I had just gotten the birds away, the cuckoos. I had scattered the cuckoos using the power of special grapes. And then here, there is an egg, but if I try to get the egg,
impossible to reach it.
It's impossible to reach it. Right now in my inventory, I have a hook. The hook by itself is not sufficient. So the question becomes, so we know that this thing is an automaton that can move. Oh yeah, everyone in this game is super normal. All right, so I'm gonna go down and talk to the station master. Maybe someone will have clues about getting this thing moving. And we'll, or, I mean, the biggest worry right now is that I missed picking something up that would combine with the hook to enable me to pick up the egg. That's a possibility. But we'll see. Always talk to people. Adventure gaming is best when you talk to the automatons in your game. So I think the station master is probably still on the bridges over here. So I'll just cut through the train and get over there. I hope everyone's been having a good weekend. I had a fun weekend. I hung out with some friends, had some food, played some board games, got owned in bowling, but like I kind of knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, it almost seems like she doesn't want to leave. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it seemed like you had a pretty recent experience of this game, Frank. So, yeah, and I'll definitely, if I'm gonna go talk to people, and if like nothing happens, then maybe I'll be like, hey, what should I be doing?
Yeah, miss, please, excuse me.
Okay, he's talking to us right away. This might be progress.
Yes?
You know, I want to apologize for our little misunderstanding. I brought you a bottle of wine.
Yo, enjoy your sleep, Jade Star.
Very good year. Let me know what you think.
I'm very touched. Thank you.
Good luck on your journey, lady.
Thank you.
Okay, did he actually give us wine? He actually gave us wine. We could maybe bribe someone with this, so. Yeah, no, I mean, in fact, I think Icy has suggested the same thing with some puzzle games in the past. I would say Icy definitely enjoys me playing the puzzle games because she can just like sit in the background and scream about how I'm not finding the obvious solution. Even if her solution isn't necessarily the correct one, she seems to enjoy that activity, so. I think my question right now is, should I talk to the boat people, or I think I should just go inside, because we know the professor and the rectors like wine, so. Is this gonna be the same dialogue?
Hey, baby, you party?
Just who?
Yeah, same thing. All right. It's interesting that this game actually has like NPCs that just say like a single throwaway set of lines, because there was the same thing in Val d'Alen. There you had the two people on the street who just kind of, I think one of them changed, like one of them didn't repeat, but yeah, I really definitely like. I feel like that guy could go on such a journey, but either as a villain or as, someone who turns things around, but.
Do excuse me, Professor.
All right, I'm going to talk to him normally first, and then I'm going to try to present the wine to him.
What is it you want to know, miss?
Let's see.
Please do excuse my persistence, Professor. But did Hans Vorarlberg ever talk about his childhood? About Val d'Alen? And his sister, Anna?
No. Not that I recall.
Pity.
When I think of Hans, I'm always reminded of a mysterious mammoth doll he would talk about so often. A small effigy of a mammoth made of hide and mounted with its own miniature maut. How come he was so lucky? Why have I not seen this?
What would you say about seeing Hans Vorarlberg again? After all, you could come with me and help me
Get the
find
party
him.
together.
Young lady, you are very kind. I'm far too old for such escapades.
My train stopped in a peculiar aviary. It's very odd. A lot of bird species seem to seek harbor there.
Ornithology is far from being my favorite subject, but I'm...
All right, I think we've heard this before. Yeah.
I have been told...
Right, Amazon. What's
Thank you very-
Amazon? Yeah, we definitely heard that before. All right, let me try and just hit him with the bottle of wine. Bam. Oh no. Okay, so he's got the X on him. All right, so my next thought, of course, is that directors love the wine. So yeah, when is the Syberia JRPG coming out? I would love to see what Kate's combat style is. Step.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
Yeah, well, she's got, she's got those takedowns. She's got those cease and
Everyone has
desist.
little problems now, you know.
They are
No,
All right.
Could I possibly leave the train in the station for
Yeah, just
one
Phoenix
more day?
Wright.
Out of the question. Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
perform the task we agreed on, quickly, and we will pay you on completion. A deal is a deal.
All right, they're
Leak, you're mad. Who do you think you are? God?
My next puzzle is that does Raiden count as a Mekshai HMN?
all right. Since it was in your sub notification, I'm gonna permit this one. Thank you for the bumps. And the answer is, I would say Raiden does not. Raiden is at this point a cyborg. I feel is not a mech, which I would say is different.
Can you possibly help me out here?
Miss your.
All right, so that text is normal. Let's try and hit him with the wine.
Alright,
Let's hit him with the wine.
Thank
No, they don't want the wine. Huh. Okay. I'm trying to think of who else we can even talk to. I mean, we can talk to the boat people, and I think that's gonna be it. So I'm trying to think if there's any other NPCs I'm forgetting about. I don't think there's anyone in the classroom. I'm actually really surprised there was no one in the lecture hall. To the point where I almost want to go back to the lecture hall. Do I sound kind of stuffy? It's probably just because I woke up like a half hour ago. And also, I don't know, yesterday I was in the area of a cat for an extended period of time, and so even though I took antihistamines and so it didn't really have too much of a reaction, I'm sure that the presence of cat in my respiratory. Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah. You know what, Frank? Go ahead. Let's do that. I will take that hint. Get that going. Oh, it is the paleontology professor. Okay. Okay. He needs... Oh. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta wake up. I mean, it's like 100 degrees out today, so... All right. I'm trying to see if there's any of this dialogue that's changed, maybe.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor.
What is it you want to
I would have loved to study it.
know?
Maybe.
You prefer being an eternal lawyer?
I have more important things to deal with. live problems, not things that died millions of years ago.
Everyone has their own priorities, my child.
All right, I already talked to him about mission and help.
Arriving in Barrackstadt is an amazing experience. I've never seen such a station.
Yeah, I mean, I will sometimes. I mean, certainly I'll still take short
Yes,
rides.
in a kind of clockwork train with.
I haven't done like a longer ride on a day this hot yet.
Regularly.
I've done longer rides in like 80-degree
The young
days.
ladies of today never cease to amaze me.
Oh no, I'm not the engineer. The train's engineer is
Yeah, hopefully
actually
your
an
shift is
automaton.
uneventful, Xeon.
I am sorry. All this probably.
A clockwork train.
Okay, so we definitely. All right, we've definitely heard that dialogue before.
Professor, how do I say?
My dear, it would be a...
Sorry.
Yeah, okay, so that's the same before.
I'll leave you in peace.
All right, so that suggests to
hope
me
I
that we
haven't disturbed you too
probably.
much.
Well, the only thing I could think. Oh no, I was gonna say, in a game where you could combine items in your inventory, maybe we could like decork the bottle with the hook. But and then the other thing too is that we have all of these documents, but I don't think we need to present these documents because a lot of these things are pretty old. Unless, of course, some of them, like one of them was a letter from Hans or something that he would want to see, but I don't think so. It wasn't like he was talking about them. Unless it's my perspective, night crime. Yeah, I think that's generally true. I feel like I don't know, the things I've heard in my life is that the most common period of crime is nighttime when it's warm out. All right, so I don't think it's any of these papers. I don't think he was looking for information because I was hoping that maybe talking to him would jog my memory for something that he's looking for. I think maybe I need to go look for something that's like related to the mammoth. Like I wish I could bring the, wait a second. I wonder, can I temporarily take the mammoth doll off the train? Because he was talking about the mammoth doll and that he would like to see it. Let's see if I can take the doll off the train. Yeah, Sopton's cat. Too many cats. Piano streamers do it. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I had a pretty good amount of time doing that. And it was fun. It was pleasant and enjoyable. Glad I got to share that with y'all. All right, give me. Boink. All right, maybe that's it then. All right, let's go give this to the professor. Does Diego still get new? Yeah, Diego's spoiled. Diego is super spoiled. All right, so I'm this feels relevant because it's something that he's talking about, but I'm curious to see what this will segue into, if it is indeed the right thing. Also, this also makes me wonder if I should pull up those items each time I'm in like a station stop. All right, Cooper. Yes.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again. Professor, I have brought you something that should be of interest to you. Look.
What have you got there, then? Let's see. An effigy of a mammoth. But this is Hans' doll, is it not? Yes, of course it is. How on earth did you... Oh, my God. It's in my hands. It exists. It really exists. Please do excuse me. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
You see? Your Hans and my Vorarlberg heir are one and the same.
This is incredible. After all these years, how can I ever thank you, my dear? Oh, I must waste no time. I'm off to my laboratory. I must study this carefully. May I borrow your treasure a moment?
Well, actually,
Don't worry, miss. I will take the greatest care of it. But I need to study it. You see, it has such importance to me that this very afternoon I shall deliver an impromptu lecture to my students about this very object. If you are interested in Hans Vorarlberg, then it is essential that you attend.
do you think so?
Obviously. Give me your telephone number and I will call you the moment my lecture begins. I will return you your doll at the end. You have my word.
I would say Syberia is pretty cool. All right. Oh. Okay. Break on through to the others. All right. Who wants to give me a pole that I can attach the hook to get the egg? Because I'm assuming that's where this is going. What is just Yangula cola powder? Oh, I've heard that term before. I don't know what for though. Oh, here we go. Test tube holder. That could be the thing I want. That could be it. Test tube holder could be the thing to pick up the egg to extend to my reach. All right, I don't see anything else here. Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, what is that? What is that? Put your hands on that.
I don't need that for the time being.
What do you mean you don't need that for the time being? Oh, come on. This is an adventure game. You just gotta pick that stuff up. Ah. All right, whatever. All right, well. Oh, was that the mammoth? Okay, I couldn't tell what it was. That's fair. I guess I don't need that for the time being. All right, well, this test tube holder, I feel like it should work. So let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, the cursor changing shapes is nice. Even though my cursor's kind of messed up, but that's another issue. It's still so funny to me that Kate could not win in a fight with 3 cuckoos. Yeah, no, this is a good looking game. Played Bayonetta for died. Sorry, I quit. Finished up. Oh, huh. Have you never played Bayonetta before? Got it. Oh, apparently the act of picking up the egg with the testy holder was so violent that the testy holder is out of our inventory. It is done. All right. Anyway, so now we have the egg. I think that means we can probably work on the bandstand. But also GG in finishing Elden Ring. Something about the game that doesn't hook onto you. See, that's interesting because like Bayonetta is like one of the few character action games I've actually played and finished a playthrough of. Like, yeah, because I think I had played it on 360 back around the time it came out, and like the spectacle of it got me through it. I played on like normal, you know, so I could use witch time and all that stuff. Yep, that's an adventure game statement right there. They are who we thought they were. All right, so this thing right here is the bandstand. Egg. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Did not expect that. So that was just to enter the thing? Good grief. Red is cool. I like to use instead of the one they used. I wonder if they could really make a character action game in, like, you're talking about like the Phantom Pain engine. That would be weird, but maybe it could work. Oh yeah. I mean, but like Phantom Pain is still very much like a run and gun action game. I mean, you can play it as such compared to like a character action. All right. Sounds perfect to me. Let's go get our money. Let's get paid. The thing I'm very curious about is whether or not the like phone call, you know, like the each of like Olivia and Dan and Mom will change over the course of the game. If they will have an arc, or if they'll just sort of be like, yep, home sucks.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little
They are.
No.
Could I possibly...
Out.
No, that's the same.
Gentlemen, I have managed to repair your university bandstand.
The bandstand is playing again. This is marvelous news.
We are really very grateful indeed.
Yes, very grateful indeed. We will look back on your visit with much fondness in our hearts.
And now let us in turn honor our word. How much is it you need, miss?
$100, if it's not too much to ask.
We agreed to grant you the aforementioned sum, miss. You may now leave with your train.
In coins?
And while we're on the subject, when will you be leaving?
Yes, because now you should relocate your train as quickly as possible.
You want to give me some more money?
May I call once more?
What? Hand out money like that without any valid pretext? You are singularly lacking in common sense, miss.
You certainly know how to fritter away other people's money, don't you?
Your behavior is becoming quite unbecoming.
But isn't there some other service I can perform for you?
There's nothing we can do for you, young lady. We have no other chores that need doing.
We have to watch our university's expenditure. Its resources are not bottomless, you know.
And our philanthropy, too, has its limits. My word!
Wow. All right. All right.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock.
All right. We got money. Let's go get the people to tow the boat with tow the train with the boat train. She's really just gonna leave that egg there too. I went too far. I was like, wait a second. I was going to the boat. What am I doing? All right, so hopefully we'll be able to get him to pay it, and then at that point, hopefully I guess we can just wind and move on. I don't know. I'm curious to see. I'm trying to think what other loose ends are here. We have a bottle of wine and we have a hook. I'm not quite sure what those things are for. Money.
There you go. Here's your money. I've checked it. It's all there.
Right into the river. Yeah, no, that's correct, iDoc.
Ah, thank you.
Not difficult get dollar, see?
Yep, take care, Xeon.
Businesswoman.
I'm not the only one around here.
We pleased to do deal with you. Now, you open lock or we no help you.
Why didn't you manage to open them? After all, you don't have to be a genius.
Ma vorvat pensiros esto, di kleine madam. No se saye mar alles non comprendo, en allora kaput, en andere bordel. Zirs var moi. On boom telefonieren, kaput.
My husband say instructions complicated. No understand manual. My husband angry. Very angry. Oh, now telephone broke. Kaput.
Now that is annoying. What are you gonna do next?
We wait repairman.
Well, I don't have the time to wait. I'll have to go have a look. There must be some way of releasing the opening mechanism.
Right, I forgot about the lock.
Take key. Sailor always need key for lock.
There's a key?
Okay, thanks.
I was ready to go at the thing with the hook.
Hello?
Hey, how's my little baby girl? I was thinking about you only yesterday because I saw this fantastic fur coat. You are wrapping up warm, aren't you? I mean, people in foreign countries never know how to dress properly for the weather.
Mom, it's so sweet of you to worry, but I'm fine, really. The trip's a breeze, no worries. I mean, there's...
Well, when are you coming back? Frank is dying to meet you.
Frank? Oh, yeah, your singer. You two seeing each other then?
Oh, you'll never guess the surprise he gave me yesterday.
No, I suppose I won't.
Frank invited me to a big charity show organized by, someone or another. Anyway, they got him singing a couple of old numbers from his repertoire, and in the end, he asked me to go up on stage with him. Can you imagine me, your mother, on stage in front of thousands of people?
Wow, I would have loved to have been there. Not too emotional, I hope.
Oh, too emotional by far, especially as I hadn't even been to the hairdresser. Well, I didn't even have the proper dress on. But Frank promised me he'd see to that next time. Oh, he's such a cutie. And he's got the sweetest little...
I'm sure he has, Mom.
It would be so good if you could join us one day. Let's see, when is his next gala? I'm so forgetful these days. I swear I'd lose my head if it weren't in the clouds. You just watch out, my girl. Them years will catch up with you much quicker than you think.
I'll look out for them, Ma. Nice to hear your voice. Lots of love.
Well, to you too, my little munchkin.
All right, I guess that's like the least bad mom phone call that we've had so far. Oh my God.
The instructions are written in a language I don't recognize.
Oh, good. Set.
The instructions are written in a language I don't recognize.
Well, press buttons. Did they give me some numbers before for like an emergency release? I'm trying to remember now. Okay, yeah. I was like, man, I feel like the phone might have had codes. Did I write them down? I might have written them down. I would do something like that. No, I don't. These all look like other things. All right, we can call the phone again. Oh, thank you, Windows. I'm protect. There are stairs in my house. I'm protected. All right, let's just call the phone.
That looks broken. That looks broken.
Wait, what? The phone is broken? Or is there a different phone? Oh, no, that's right. I can call the phone number. That's what it is. Okay. What was the phone number? 27666742. 27666742. Send.
Welcome to the East Lock Control Center. To start, press the... If you are using the Haltenberg... If you want to raise the water level, press 1. If you want to lower the water level, press 2. You want to lower the water level in the Barrackstadt lock? To confirm your choice, your request has been logged. Unfortunately, our regional technician is currently on holiday and no replacement is available. We will reply to your request within 48 hours. In case of an emergency, please operate...
Wait, what's the code? Was I just not paying attention to options? Oh, you mean like it was just like literally the numbers like 1 and 2, or were there other numbers I ignored? So I feel like I needed to read everything and I didn't.
Welcome to the...
Oh, was it 4-2?
If you are using the Haltenberg... If you want to raise the water level, press 1. If you want to lower... To confirm your choice, press star. Your request has been logged.
Okay, so it must be like 4-2 star or something. Okay, all right. There we go. Okay. Hooray! Blackwood.
Hey there, on the boat.
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, hello, young lady.
Right, I've got it. I know now how the locks work. So guide your boat into the lock, and I'll take care of the mechanism.
Godverdomme. Das ist eine echte Ladies. Alle trois, range alle Dingen and obligados de dame. Ach, c'est content.
Yo, he said content.
What did your husband say?
You, hurry up! We hurry to travel again.
Okay, okay. We'll meet each other on the other side. By my train, okay?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the fun, but like, I don't know. It's still modern point and clicks. But it's definitely, I don't know, it's a fun genre. It's interesting to me that I feel like this kind of like pre-rendered background thing stuck around longer in adventure games than it did in like JRPGs. That's a tight fit. All right, so I said I'm gonna meet them over here, right, by the train. Yeah, right here. Okay.
Hey there. On the boat.
Da, barge on other side. You still need us?
What do we do now to tie my train to the barge?
Mademoiselle Takatak, Loco Coco Mitchen.
What did your husband say?
You attach chain to train and chain put train with barge.
Hop! Catch it, sir.
Oh. Chain reaction. What? I hope it. Do I just go to the next screen? No. Oh wait, it's over here. Okay.
If that's going to work.
Okay, all right. Boink. All right, there's the hook. Yeah, no, I agree. I think the looks great. All right, so that means now I should be able to wind up the train. It's still not clear to me whether or not the wall is going to open, though. That part wasn't clear, but you know, we'll find out when we get there, I suppose.
Hello, Kate Walker here.
Miss Walker, this is Professor Potts. I'm about to start my lecture on the Yukon at any moment. please make haste to come.
Okay, I'll give it my best.
Excellent. We'll be in the main lecture hall. See you soon.
Are we gonna teleport there? Nope. All right. I guess this is where the main lecture hall comes in. I hope students show up to this lecture. It'd be really embarrassing if like this dude is so happy to finally have this doll after all these years, after like 50 years, and just nobody shows up. All right, let's see ourselves into the lecture hall.
Ah, there you are, Miss Walker.
Nope, two. What, two?
Take a
Two
seat
students.
quickly. I'm impatient to start my lesson. My young friends, a very exciting discovery, unimaginable up until only a few hours ago, has come into my hands and has finally allowed me to complete my study on the mysterious Yukol people. Lights, please. The Yukols are a people from the far north about whom very little is known. They live far away, very far away, on the frozen borders of Syberia. This distance and the climatic conditions of the region, which are unfavorable to human existence, have limited the size of the Yukol population and kept it out of reach of the scientific world. The handful of slides that follow are actually the only documentation we have in our possession. It was a Russian explorer who made these drawings and took these photographs 100 or so years ago. Today, we owe what we know about the Yukol people and their culture to him. We know that the origins of the Yukols date back to the last ice age. Curiously, evidence of their presence has been found in Western Europe, and more precisely in the prehistoric caves at the heart of the Alps. This people, it seems, undertook a long migration over centuries towards the far north of the globe. The reasons for this migration are due to the importance of the mammoth in their craft, trade, and culture. They used them for transportation and as beasts of burden. The mammoth brought them meat, skins, fat, and ivory. Man and animal lived in symbiosis. There's no doubt about it. Mammoths started to drift away from the region due to changing climatic conditions, and the Yukols followed them to the north, to the edges of Syberia. Prehistoric cave drawings, identified as Yukol in origin, first led me to the extraordinary hypothesis that the Yukols had managed to domesticate the mammoth. They are, to the best of our knowledge, the only prehistoric people to represent a man riding a mammoth. Today, because of this genuine mammoth skin effigy, identified by myself as an authentic Neolithic object, I can confirm this hypothesis. Yukol forebears managed to tame mammoths. Prehistoric man uses little imagination. He draws what he sees and represents scenes from real life. This familiar day-to-day object is actually a children's toy. As we have seen, Yukol existence was inextricably linked to that of the mammoth. They used its skin for clothing and to make the roofs and walls of their houses. They used the tusks to build the frameworks of their homes, as well as weapons, tools, and jewelry. Curiously, the disappearance of the mammoth 12,000 years ago had no immediate effect on the Yuko's way of life. It seemed that for a long time after, the people maintained their strong bond with the mammoth through the centuries. As incredible as it may seem, the Yuko people have continued right
But I could click off to type in chat while the lecture was happening. I was wrong.
And to use the skin for clothing and shelter. Their ivory craftwork industry is still flourishing. It would appear that to preserve ancestral customs, the Yukos learned how to exploit through the centuries the large number of frozen mammoth carcasses that were perfectly preserved in the ice of the Siberian tundra. They have been able to live mainly off this enormous freezer stock for almost 30 centuries. As plausible as this explanation may seem, it seems it is not enough for the scientific community who, I will confess, is greatly perplexed by the question. In the absence of acceptable scientific evidence, we have to make do with Yuko shaman artifacts. The research department that I have the honor to represent today lends no credence to the myths and legends that these tribal charlatans peddle. We have to take their stories at face value, mere tales to while away the long Siberian winter. The legend of the Siberian ice ark is a very good example. You are invited to find out for yourselves from the pamphlet that I had passed around to you. This legend would have us believe that today, somewhere on a lost island to the north of Syberia, there are living mammoths still in existence, a sort of hangover from the Ice Age. This small herd has been miraculously preserved for more than 120 centuries by the Yuko's tender care. And the island on which the pachyderms are said to live is called Syberia. My friends, I advise you to resist the temptation you may have to believe in this pish and tish. The island of Syberia is not charted on any map, and the idea that mammoths have survived to the 21st century is an idle scientist's pipe dream. The Yukos were sadly among the first victims of the colonization of continental Siberia led by the Russians in the 20th century. The Kolkhoz and Sovkhoz systems, as well as the exploitation, disdain, and humiliation the people had to suffer, marked a definitive break in the Yukos' traditional lifestyle. Since the collapse of the communist regime, the Yuko population finds itself confronted with the same political and social upheavals that other Siberian communities are experiencing. There are two consequences to arise from this. Some Yukos have lost their tribal identity and have integrated into the Russian population. Others, however, have sought long and hard to re-establish links with their ancestral culture that was lost under the Soviet regime. Now, at the start of the 21st century, the last true surviving Yukos have gone to live on the vast territories of their ancestors. Nobody knows today where they live or how they survive. Their very existence would be a matter for speculation if they did not turn up periodically at the tundra's most isolated fur trading posts to exchange mammoth tusks for essential items. There ends my lecture for today. Thank you for being among us today, Miss Walker. Please make your way to the laboratory where you will find your mammoth doll. There are also photocopies of my lectures should you so require them.
All right. Yo, hey Tolly, how's it going? Yeah, this game is really comfy. This is like, I don't know, if you wanted to just play like a super good looking adventure game that isn't, I would say so far the only adventure game logic in this game that's really been maybe annoying is there was a sequence earlier where like a pamphlet somewhere else suggested the right option, but it was a puzzle you could brute force anyway, so it really has been pretty reasonable. Yeah, it's got good vibes. It's very, very chill and relaxed. All right, so we need to go over to the laboratory to get our doll and our, I guess, photocopies of the lecture, which I suppose will prove useful. Boink. Yeah, what? Oh, okay, so there was another thing in the lab, and all right, so there's like a different, oh, hello. Legend of the Ivory Ark. All right, let's do some reading here. The Legend of the Ivory Ark. The last ice age ended when the planet warmed up. This sudden climatic change threatened the existence of many animal species, including mammoths inhabiting the far northern Siberian wastes. It is said that the Yukol peoples decided to follow Noah's example and built an enormous ark to try to preserve the mammoth's existence. They lived in symbiosis with the pachyderm, which was at the heart of their religious worship. The ship was constructed entirely from mammoth tusks. A small herd of mammoths was installed on board with enormous quantities of fodder. Control of the ship was entrusted to a handful of particularly intrepid Yukol clans. Their mission was to take the animals to other lands of pastures more befitting to their survival. One day, 50 summers later, as legend would have it, the Ark returned to its starting point. Yukols were astonished to find nobody aboard apart from the carcasses of several mammoths perfectly preserved in the ice encasing the ship. The clansmen believed this was a mysterious sign from the gods, and they ate the mammoths in a memorable feast. 1 week later, the Ark set sail once more, carried away by the currents. Again it returned. Half a century later, with not a soul on board except more well-preserved frozen mammoth carcasses. The mystery continued for a millennia, each time the surprisingly well-preserved mammoths appearing out of nowhere. The Yukols interpreted the phenomenon as a benevolent offering from their dead companions who were believed to have perished on the Ark's first voyage in some horrendous maritime cataclysm. It was believed their souls had found eternal rest on a mythical island that the shaman named Syberia. They constructed a whole religion around this belief with rites and customs punctuated by the periodic appearances of the phantom ship and its precious cargo. For centuries, nothing changed the Ark's mysterious cycle. Only the size of the mammoths changed, reducing imperceptibly over time. Until one day, 100 or so years ago, the Ark returned earlier than expected. It was empty. The Yukols were dumbfounded and utterly confused. The spirits of their ancestors had forsaken them. Everything they had believed in, that had been the bedrock of their culture since the very depths of time, had now lost all meaning. The most fanatical believers noted that the frequency of appearances had in fact increased and maintained that there was still hope as long as the Ark continued its return journeys from the unknown. Some elder Yukols boasted having seen it several times, but thenceforth, each time the white ship returned, it only offered an empty shell to the despairing eyes of the surviving Yukols. The belief became superstition, and the reality became legend. All right. I wonder if this brother's got anything to say to us.
What is it you want to know, miss?
I would have loved to...
Okay, same.
I have more...
Every...
I must congratulate you for your lecture. You were right. The subject is absolutely fascinating. I never believed that mammoths could be so interesting.
What you heard was only the tip of the iceberg, my... But if I have at least awoken a passion in you, I'm only too proud.
Did Hans Varlberg agree with your hypothesis on the Yukols being able to tame mammoths?
Now, Hans was no man of science. His pathological obsession was to find mammoths that were still in existence. Such a hypothesis is somewhat overblown, don't you think?
You don't believe in it yourself?
Mammoths died out thousands of years ago. Of this we are certain. Today, the only mammoths in Syberia are frozen ones. Huh?
Do you know where Hans might have gone after his stay here in Barrackstadt?
No, but I would not be surprised if he left in search of the Yukols. or what is left of them today.
What would you say about seeing Hans Vorarlberg again?
Young lady.
I'll leave you in peace.
Oh, damn it.
I hope I...
Sorry?
Wait. I need to check the other options.
Your Hans Vorl. Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
He was always a mystery to me.
All right, we already heard that.
Arriving in Barrackstadt is an...
Yeah, such a station. We already heard that.
Yeah.
And then Bird.
My train stopped in a...
Yeah, okay. All right. So we did. I'm glad I talked to him though, because we got the new text.
You in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No.
She said there's another part of the laboratory? Because there's that section. And then... Or is like another part of the university. Is that what you meant, Frank? Just making sure I investigated what you were pointing me towards. Oh, damn it. All right, there we go. Yoink. Ah, it's another voice box, isn't it? All right, anything else in here? All right, cool. Nice. Oh, what was that voice box required to leave? Oh, geez. So I would have had to trek all the way back. The voice cylinder. Man, I hope there are more sick train stations in this game. Hope there are more sick train stations in real life. Come on, Kate. This is a foot race. I really want to know why these are all bombed out like this, though. I don't know if this is a reference to something. Like, I mean, at the very least, it could just be an indication of like a falling out of favor, because this could just as well be, you know, a house fire as much as it could be like a war. But like, damn, that's some stark imagery. Something happened there.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
I'm off, Oscar. See you later.
Yes, Kate Walker.
All right, so let's return the mammoth to its position. And then let's put the voice cylinder.
Hans,
some very sad news. Our father is dead. He passed away peacefully last Sunday in his sleep. I feel so lonely now.
Father had been but a shadow of himself since your departure. I had to take care of everything for him. Housework, factory paperwork, the workforce, clients, everything. And now, today, well, I really don't know who or what I'm fighting for. Times are so hard, and this terrible war is destroying everything. Nobody cares for our automatons anymore. I just think about you returning. And when you do return, I will have turned this factory into a palace worthy of your genius. Please take care of yourself. I love you so much, Anna.
All right. Well, let's get on to the business of, I guess, winding up the train. Since that is why we towed the boat. Why we tugged the boat. All right, do I need to do, which one do I need to do first? I'm sure she'll yell at me in a second. All right, train is wound.
Hello?
Where are you?
Hi, Dan. I'm in Barrickstadt.
What? Is that a town? I hope the man you're looking for lives there. Are you coming home soon?
From what I gather, it's one huge university with an extraordinary station, aviary. If you could only see it, there are trees and birds everywhere. It's so weird here.
Sounds like a great place for a bit of sightseeing. So, are you coming back soon?
I don't think so. In fact, the train I'm traveling on has some kind of a mechanical problem. We've been forced to stop here.
Us? I thought you were alone. Who's with you?
Oscar, the train engineer.
You're messing around with mechanics now, are you?
Don't be so stupid, Dan, please. Oscar is an automaton created by Mr. Varlberg, the man I'm looking for. And he's not any old robot. He's a sophisticated butler type, if you see what I mean. He's a bit obsessive as well.
Kate, I don't know what they're feeding you in Europe, but don't you think it's time that you came home?
But my mission still isn't finished.
To hell with your mission. I don't know why you accepted it in the first place. If you just stuck to the middle of the road, then we wouldn't be in this mess.
We? If there's any mess, it's me who's in it. And while I'm trying to come to grips with strange towns, you, my darling, are sitting at home on your butt. I seem to remember we had nothing against my departure.
It was only going to be 2 or 3 days, Kate. Please, try to put yourself in my shoes.
Your shoes? Not only do I have to fit myself into your diary, but I've got to get myself into your shoes as well? Is there anywhere else Sir would like me to put myself while we're on this subject?
Look, I don't want to talk about it now. Call me back when you've calmed down.
I was perfectly calm before I picked up your call. I only wanted a few words of encouragement, not your disdain. Was that too much to ask?
You can be such a selfish...
Takes one to know one, sweetheart.
Damn, all right. Yeah, we got... Kate is not taking Dane's shit anymore. I'm a fan of this. Also, I really like how, you know, that's just like such classic like abuser behavior, that you come at someone hot, you yelling at them to get them to behave the way you want them to behave, and then when they push back, they're like, oh well, you know what? How about you calm down? How about, you know, really this is, you know, if you're gonna be mad at me, then like whatever, that's on you. It's your problem. You're the one. You're the one who got hot. It wasn't me who was trying to control you. So that's definitely... Shout outs to Kate. Kate Walker, Turning the corner. K-Walker is, you know, she's doing work. All right, so we went on the train. I think that means we're ready to go at this point. I think that means we're ready to go. Unless I have to do something to open this door. I could need to do something to open the door on the wall. So we'll see.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
All right, we want to go? We want to go?
Oscar, if you tell me one more time something's missing, I'll...
Everything is ready. Take your seat, Kate Walker. We are leaving.
I'll... Okay.
Okay. All right. And then the train just crashes into the gate of the wall. He's like, JK. Hello? Okay, so here, okay, so we're almost at the gate. I probably need to get out the other side. I think there was like a shed or something over here. Yeah, look at this thing.
What are you doing there, Oscar?
Ah!
It is imperative that we comply with railroad and customs regulations, Kate Walker.
Oscar, don't you think we could drop the trifling details once and for all?
We need an exit visa to get beyond the wall.
We need a
Kate
what?
Walker.
And you wouldn't know where I could get one of them from, would you?
There is usually some form of authority stationed at a guard post that is strategically positioned to issue such a visa.
Okay, isn't that you, dog?
Do you realize, my good man, that as a lawyer charged with an important matter of inheritance, I could sue you for obstructing justice?
Kate Walker, we still need an exit visa in any case.
Oscar, don't you think we've wasted enough time already?
You neglected to find the clockwork winding mechanism for the train with sufficient haste, Kate Walker.
What nerve! And you refused to lend a helping hand. Help that could have been invaluable to me.
I agree, Kate Walker.
If you weren't so obsessed by procedure, we wouldn't have had a hitch.
I am not entirely convinced, Kate Walker.
Oscar, please, let's get in the train and leave, can we?
Yes, Kate Walker. Give me the visa.
Oscar.
I don't suppose you can help me get this visa then?
Your non-supposition is correct, Kate Walker.
Oscar, the automaton that drives this train will be really impatient to leave soon because he's totally obsessed about punctuality.
Yes, Kate Walker.
And it's weird because sometimes when he drops all that stuff about procedure, he can be so charming and attentive.
Please refrain from attributing human emotions to me, Kate Walker.
All right, so did I understand him right?
You neglected to find the clockwork.
Okay.
If you weren't so...
I am not an...
Oscar.
Yes.
Did he...
Do you realize, my good man...
Kate...
All right, I was just trying to see
Okay.
if he had given me any hints for how to get the visa that I had overlooked. There seems to be something over here. Oh, it's like a big key in the gate itself. Okay, so we can walk over here and look at this, but I think that's everything we can do. He said the exit visa would be acquired from somewhere in a strategic position to do so. What does that mean? I mean, I guess we're walking back to Brookstadt. Would I be able to? Oh, maybe I would be able to like bribe him or something. Can I just bribe him with wine? That would be funny. Oh, what is there something back here?
Oscar,
Oh wait.
can't you please?
Was that something behind? Wait a second. What is back here? Oh. Aha!
No point. It's locked.
It's locked. Locked. Aha! Yeah, it's time to climb the stairs at Shinra Tower.
Hello?
Kate! Oh, is that you? What's going on?
Well, I finally got the mechanical train wound, and I hope it's going to take me to Hans Vorarlberg. I had to sort things out with a couple of weirdo sailors, and they probably ripped me off. But now I'm blocked behind this massive wall. You should see it. It's huge.
I'm not talking about that. I want to know what's going on with Dan.
What do you mean?
I bumped into him at Maggie's do, and he said you'd argued.
That's a bit over the top. Things got a bit heated the last time we called, that's all. No need to go overboard.
I don't mean to be melodramatic, but he didn't seem in such great shape. He had his down in the dumps head on.
Like Dan has a down in the dumps head.
Well, yeah, when that shock of hair flops over his forehead and his eyes mist up and his eyebrows kind of creased together.
I'd never noticed. Maybe I did go a bit too far, but he's got such a goody two-shoes image of me that sometimes I just lose it. And this case is taking up a lot of headspace. I was just looking for a bit of compassion.
Well, you sure got mine. So, what's going down?
Like I said before, I'm kind of getting somewhere, but it's slow. This Hans Vorarlberg guy is getting more and more fascinating by the day.
Okay, well, anyway, it doesn't sound like you're bored. Not like back here in the office. Every day is boredom day. Just no fun without you. When are you coming back?
Shouldn't be long, I hope. Look, I've got to go. See you soon.
Well, call us again real soon. And be easier on Dan next time, huh?
I'll try.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like that's where this is going, right? Because as much as Olivia is being sympathetic to Kate, in this call, she was also being very sympathetic to Dan. And like, shouldn't be, has no reason to be, unless she has maybe an ulterior motive. We'll see. Locked.
No point. It's locked.
Oh my. So is the focus my only control? I mean, there you go. I can see this bark. All right.
Look, broken glasses. If they belong to the captain, then he sure has eye problems going by those lenses.
Oh. Do I need to?
I haven't got time to have a drink right now.
You sure?
I haven't got time.
Oh, all right.
I haven't got.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Huh. Interesting. So we got these wine glasses which are interactable, and then we got these glasses which she makes a comment about. You can't put either of those bottles into the glasses because we don't have time for a drink right now. We can't pick up the glass, because if I could pick up the glasses, I would just take them back to the station master. Is there anything else here that I can interact with? I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just a block for that. I can't like interact with these dials. Or the drawers. Oh, whoa. Oh my God.
Good day to you, sir.
Captain Malatesta, Commander-in-Chief of the Barkstadt Border Post, at your service, madam.
My name is Kate Walker. I've been assigned by my company to find a man who is supposed to be living in Syberia.
What a peculiar mission. Taking so many risks for such a futile goal.
Captain, to my mind, the military zeal with which you insist on guarding this meaningless wall strikes me as equally futile.
I should be offended by your words, miss, but I forgive you, because you are young and unaware of the very real dangers lurking in store for us.
I need a visa to cross the wall and to continue my journey to the east. They told me that you are the only person in a position to issue such a visa.
Indeed, this responsibility is part of my duties. However, I am not currently issuing visas because nobody must venture beyond the wall.
And why not?
It's far too dangerous, in particular for a lady of your standing who is traveling unescorted.
Dangerous? What exactly do you mean, Captain?
The enemy, miss. The enemy. I've been observing them for several years through my telescope. There's one particular horseman stationed yonder. He's a scout from the invading enemy army, and he's been spying on us. So I have to be extremely vigilant. He knows that I know he's there, you understand? And as long as I keep my eye on him, he won't dare try anything.
Are you sure?
Please, take a look for yourself.
Don't mind me if I retire, Captain.
Please, madam. My respects.
How strange. I can't see a Cossack horseman at all. There's just a dead tree in the middle of an empty plain. That poor captain must have really bad eyesight. Good day to you, sir.
So how do I convey this information to him? Do I have to get the glasses to him? Maybe I can pick up the glasses now.
Is the person who takes care of the gate anywhere around?
There is no person who takes care of the gate. Believe you me, ma'am. I have been the one and only guardian.
Right, I mean the glasses are broken, so I might need to fix them.
That year I took over the position from the late Lieutenant Colonel Malatesta, my own father.
In that case, can you tell me how the mechanism works? It sure looks complicated to me.
Not at all. It is child's play for anyone who takes the time to work out its surprisingly straightforward logic. And from the looks of your locomotive, it shouldn't pose you any problems.
Why do you say that?
When I caught sight of your formidable locomotive, I immediately said, heavens, only Hans Vorarlberg could design such an engine. And I know what I'm talking about, ma'am, because he invented the gate's original mechanism. It was his last creation here in Barkstadt.
So you know Hans Vorarlberg?
No, I mean, not personally. I was only a baby when he stayed in Barkstadt. My father spoke often of him, and I knew about his inventions. He left very many things behind him.
I know.
In any case, I noticed that his fantastic knack for inventing has not deteriorated with age. How's he doing?
I don't know. In fact, I don't actually know him. I'm searching for him. An inheritance matter. I hope his train is going to lead me to him.
And why not? His inventions are always full of surprises.
Between the station aviary and this bleak wall, the change in atmosphere is radical, don't you think?
It's been a long time since I've been at liberty to judge, miss. My duties forbid me from abandoning my post.
I need a visa to cross the wall and to continue.
Indeed.
And why not?
It's far too
Captain, I can assure you that your enemy horseman is in fact simply a dead tree.
A tree? But that's totally ridiculous. I can tell you have never seen a Cossack before in your life.
How long has this Cossack been spying on your wall?
For a long time, yes, a very long time. But they could attack at any moment. We simply cannot tell.
And he's been in the same position the whole time?
Cossacks are soldiers, miss. They're capable of great resistance and persistence in the face of adversity.
I see.
Don't mind me.
Please, ma'am.
Alright, so I wonder if that activated anything in terms of being able to interact further with this area. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I bet you now. Yep, there we go.
Look.
Okay. What? Wait, what did I just do? What was that powder again? Oh, well.
Colonel, sir.
Captain, miss.
But you have the
Oh,
air
that's
of a
right.
great officer.
You flatter me, miss. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that we frontier soldiers are often forgotten by the military administration.
There's no justice. I sympathize with you, Captain. Let us forget our worries for a moment and have a little drink together in the name of friendship.
It would be my pleasure, miss, but the regulations strictly forbid it.
Come on. A little glass of wine never hurt anybody, and nobody need know.
Wine, miss? You are putting me in a very delicate situation.
Don't deny yourself, Captain. Just a little glass. I assure you, it is excellent.
Well, perhaps just a drop.
Just the drop is all it's gonna take.
Here's your glass. To your good health, Captain.
And to yours, miss.
What is a man? Smash.
It's been a long time since I've drunk wine in such pleasant company. I admit, it is excellent.
Isn't it? You wouldn't think it came from Barkstadt. It is made from the Amazon forest Sauvignon grape that has been miraculously conserved and cultivated in the station garden.
Well, well, well. The university authorities kept that one to themselves.
You know, Captain, it is essential that I continue my journey eastwards.
Kate never stops walking.
Please, don't even think about it. As I've said, it's extremely dangerous. The enemy is spying on us.
Perhaps your Cossack horseman isn't quite what you thought. Perhaps it's just a dead tree twisted into a strange shape. You should take another look. You never know. Go on, Captain. Give it a try.
So be it. I will make this concession to the fairer sex, miss. But it does seem to be quite ridiculous. incredible. How is this possible? By what strange magic? How could I have been so wrong for so long? The enemy was only a tree. I'm so ashamed.
It's not that bad, Captain. It's only human to make mistakes, after all.
A tree. Nothing but a dead tree.
Pull yourself together, Captain. It's okay. And now I suppose there's nothing stopping you from issuing me a visa?
Yes, of course. There is no more danger. All these years. And now the Cossack has gone. There is nothing left to watch.
Captain, you should be delighted. From now on, you don't have to stay pinned to your watchtower. Travel can start up again normally. You will be able to resume your regular duties like issuing entrance and exit visas.
You are right. I will sign you a visa to cross the wall frontier immediately. 1,000 apologies. Here, miss.
All right, there we go. This document authorizes the holder with belongings to pass through the border wall gate. Warning, beyond the ramparts, conditions for journeys into the eastern territories are filled with uncertainty and reputed to be hazardous. As a consequence, the wall authorities cannot guarantee the physical safety of the traveler and decline all responsibility in the event of any incident.
Thank you, Captain. And keep your eyes open.
Miss, if we could keep this between ourselves, please. For the sake of my honor, you understand?
You have my promise, Captain.
Oh, okay. We have entered into a wild unknown. Are you still working on your playthrough, or has it just been put on the back burner right now? Back burner for the weekend. Extremely fair. All right, Oscar.
Oscar, can't you please?
Oh. All right. Your request is refused. I probably have to present him the paper, right? Wait a second. Wait a second. Boink. There we go.
Here is the visa. I hope it's regulation, my dear Oscar.
It is regulation. Here is your ticket.
Train ticket for the mechanical railway departing from Brockstadt. This ticket is valid for one person and should be presented to any official of the mechanical railway when so required.
Have a good journey, Kate Walker.
So, can we go now?
Indeed. We are already very late, Kate Walker.
All right, what fantastic new setting are we going to travel to?
Your ticket, please.
You know, Oscar, you might not think so, but I also know a thing or two about procedure, and that's one bit of procedure I'm not going to forget about easily.
As you wish, Kate Walker.
Yes, for once we're going to do things as I wish. Here you go, Oscar.
Thank you, Kate Walker. Now, please return to your seat, Kate Walker.
Yes, Oscar. Immediately, Oscar.
Which one of these two characters will choose violence first? Why not both? The Syberia one-on-one fighting game. Choose your fighter. That's a sick gate. You might say that gate is a keeper. Yeah, we spent some quality time in Brockstadt. How long to beat for this is about 10 hours, but like with adventure games, I don't know. I feel like I usually tend to play slow in adventure games, so we'll see what happens. Oh, hey, comrade. I hope we get to remove the robot arm so it forms the is there a term for just the hammer and the sickle over itself? Because like I'm used to thinking of that as being like the Soviet flag, but I imagine just the hammer and sickle is there's probably a term for that. All right, where's Oscar? Oh God. Yeah, I imagine we're into Russia now, probably, or at least somewhere within the former Soviet Union. Yeah, we got a whole new area to explore. Well, you know what they say. Well, who knows what direction is left? We'll just start exploring.
Kate Walker! Kate Walker!
Oscar, what's going on? Why is the train stopped? Where are we?
The springs of the train are unwound again, Kate Walker. As for the question pertaining to our geographical location, I really haven't the slightest idea.
Well, we'd better get looking for a winding machine, my dear Oscar. I hope that this place actually has one.
The air here is so polluted that I could not possibly risk leaving the locomotive. My joints might corrode irreparably.
Right. Let's see. Okay, let's try looking on the bright side here. I need to stretch my legs.
Is there something wrong, Kate Walker? Are you uncomfortable? Are the passenger facilities on this train substandard? I shall draw up a formal complaint form for you immediately.
No, Oscar, everything's fine, I assure you. A little walk will do me good, that's all.
I'm pretty sure Oscar is just full of shit. I'm gonna be real. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Gosh, it's really gloomy here. I wonder where on earth I'm going to find a winding machine.
I think what's really
I have total confidence in you, Kate Walker. You are, after all, a brave and resourceful woman.
Yeah, right.
What's really funny to me about this is, so my expectation about this train is that Hans Vorarlberg originally designed this train to bring Anna to him. Like, I have to imagine that was the intended, like, passenger. But, like, with Oscar refusing to leave the train to wind up the train, would Anna have really been able to do this in her old age? Now, maybe Anna is a tough old lady, and I'm underestimating Anna, but like, still, it's weird to think about.
Gosh, it's really gloomy here. I wonder where on earth I'm going to find a winding machine.
I have total confidence.
Yeah. Oscar, you couldn't make a little effort for just this once. If we both went looking for the winding machine, the two of us together might find.
Right. I mean, that's the other thing too.
You are in all probability correct,
is that
Kate Walker.
Hans could be like, I left enough winding machines. What could possibly go wrong? Like, he wasn't thinking about that Hans would. I think it's reasonable to assert that it is possible Hans did not appreciate the difficulties that would arise over decades of disuse for his stations, right? Like he couldn't have predicted the direction that things would take in Bruckstadt or or whatever this place is, or in Valladolid.
Let's hope Hans Varlberg once lived here as well. Maybe he planned for his locomotive's unplanned stop and installed a winding machine as well. Otherwise, it's not looking great for the rest of the journey.
Do not forget that Hans Vorarlberg.
Right, that's a good counter argument. That actually,
But is he a genius with a
Hans
sense of forward planning?
made such a positive impact on all these communities along the way
Go,
that
Oscar. What would I do without you?
he figured that would be enough to sort of, lubricate the machines. Some social engineering.
We just keep stopping. When will we ever get to the end of this journey?
Simply wind up the spring and we can set off immediately.
From your mouth to God's ears.
All right,
See you
Kate.
soon, Oscar.
All right, Kate.
I shall stay right here, Kate Walker.
All right, so okay, there's a ladder here. Yo, I'm a gamer. I love climbing ladders. Please improve my MMS. I don't know. For a long time, whenever I would see my local friends talk about MMS, MMR. It's MMR. I would always see MMR and be like, mumps, measles, and rubella. Why are you guys talking about a child vaccine? Oh, there's a little bed. Yeah, I do like that. Ooh, voice cylinder. Oh. Huh. What is the upper left arrow mean? Okay. So what do we got here? We got this little Colossus at Rhodes guy. He's got like interchangeable arms, maybe? Oh, maybe he has a mechanism for winding the train. Maybe that's what it is. Because look at this little thing sticking out of his foot too. Okay, so the train mechanism could be in the Colossus. Com Kolsgrad. Okay. You love to see it. You do love to see it. Ooh, what is that? A handle. I'm always trying to get a handle on what I'm doing. It's true. Well known for this. All right. Is there anything under the bed? There's not anything. All right. That doesn't turn. All right. So let's look at this. Wind.
If that's going to work.
All right. Maybe. Aha. Wait. I put the handle in. Oh. Oh. In Soviet Russia, you don't go to statue comes to you. Okay, good. Now why? Now do it. Yes. Awesome. Hell yeah, dog. It is harvest time, comrade.
I can't go that way.
Oh, do I have to walk the thing back? Oh, you say you did this part in your playthrough, Frank? Some random chick shows up. Yeah, I mean, well, so I mean, I think that's one of the big open questions in this game right now, right? Because we just in the previous section, one of the open questions that we had stated for us was, are there still mammoths living? That's like one big question. But of course, the other big question is Hans Vorarlberg still alive? All right.
Hey, you there.
Oh my God. Oh no, did someone steal something? No.
That door is locked.
Locked.
I've got to find another way around. That door is locked.
Okay, so that's the same
I've got to
area.
find another way around.
Okay. All right. Ooh. Oh wow, incredible reception out here.
Hello? Hello?
Kate, it's Dan. Can you hear me?
Dan, is that you? I can't hear you so good. Dan?
Hey, Kate, let's talk. It's about the last conversation. Are you still mad at me? Come on, it's important.
Dan, you're breaking up. I'll try and call you when I get out of this mine.
You... Kate, come on, what's happening? Listen, we've got to talk.
Look, the line's just getting worse and worse. I'm hanging up.
He's gonna use that as a pretext to like to do something stupid. Uh-huh.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
I really get the feeling I should have listened to the voice cylinder before coming down here, but let's see what's around here. All right, let's just wander into this dark mine. It'll be fine.
It's too dark to continue. I might lose my way.
I think there might have been one area for me to walk into that I missed, so I kind of want to see. I also maybe should go onto the train and figure out what I assume that dude stole something that I actually needed, you know, to. Oh no, this is the same area. Okay. Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna assume that dude stole something that I need to actually proceed. Bars. All right, everything is still in here.
My dear brother, what joy to have news of you after your long silence during the war years. So you're working for the Russians now. I tell you, we've been hearing some worrying stories about them here. Just your description of that dingy factory makes me cough. But it's so good to hear that your talent is being recognized for its true value, and that your automaton creations are taking the place of workers for all those menial jobs. I'm so proud that Vorarlberg automatons are making such a contribution, even if it is small, to the improvement of people's lives. Meanwhile, back in Valladolid, we've been licking our wounds after the war years. Some people have returned, others not. Life is slowly coming back, but it's taking time. All my love, Anna.
All right, so we know that there's a lot of automaton stuff happening in this place. You know, I haven't been inside my bedroom in a while.
My God, Oscar. Oscar, talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
Why, it is absolutely inadmissible, intolerable, and indescribable. I have been attacked.
What do you mean you've been attacked?
My hands! I no longer have them! They have been stolen!
My God, you haven't got your hands! But who did this? What's going on here?
We can be sure of one thing, Kate Walker. That this heinous crime was committed by a barbarian. A dysfunctional individual whose behavior lacks all finesse.
Did you get a look at your attacker? Tell me exactly how it happened.
I was standing here polishing up my metalwork. I was just thinking that with all the dust in the air, it would be a good idea to...
Oscar.
I was very busy, and I suddenly felt two powerful arms grab me from behind and tie me up before I had the chance to defend myself. I wanted to call out, but my attacker gagged me before I could emit the slightest sound. Then he dismantled my hands with a terrifying pair of pliers. It was horrible.
I can believe it, my poor Oscar, but did you see him?
He was a real barbarian, I tell you. He had bloodshot eyes, steel teeth, and brown scaly skin, and he emitted foul odors. He was a monster, Kate Walker. A real monster.
Oscar can smell?
And he had a weapon.
Oscar, please calm down. Everything's going to be all right. Who the heck would be interested in automaton hands?
Even though I say so myself, my hands are two marvels of technology. Please promise to return them to me intact as quickly as possible. I am very attached to them, Kate Walker.
You were attached to them, Oscar, but like you said, I'm a brave and resourceful woman.
Thank you, Kate Walker. But please, above all, do be careful.
Don't you worry about that, Oscar. Right, Oscar? Let's go find this hand bandit. And this time, we're not going to be such a pushover.
Kate Walker, please do not think that this problem does not concern me. But if it's all the same to you, I would so much prefer to stay here, just to be on the safe side. An engineer never abandons his train, after all.
Yeah, sure. Another good reason not to lend a...
Oh.
I mean, not to help me out.
Kate Walker, even an automaton deserves a little compassion. I have just been savagely assaulted. Oh, I can feel one of my spasms coming on. I am on the verge of a clockwork breakdown. And all you do is accuse me of being selfish.
Okay, take a rest, Oscar. You're not much use without your hands anyway.
Wow.
Anything else you remember, Oscar?
I have told you everything, and I'd rather not think about it anymore.
How old do you think your attacker was?
How old? Such monsters are ageless. I tell you, my wheelwork froze with fear.
I think he must have been an older man. Someone with a soft spot for automatons. An expert who knows how to dismantle a pair of hands with a pair of pliers.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow you.
And what if it was Hans Vorarlberg himself?
Kate Walker, in spite of the respect in which I hold you, permit me to say that such an idea is stupid. Hans Vorarlberg, my attacker. A father would never attack his offspring. Get a grip on yourself. I should point out in all modesty that my attacker must have had muscles to overcome an automaton of my build.
Maybe you're right there, Oscar. I do apologize. Do you know if your attacker stole anything else?
As soon as he'd swiped my hands, he ran away.
Well, at least that's one good piece of news. The train's still intact.
What do you mean, intact? I am the train engineer. It was designed for me, and I for it. By maiming me in this brutal manner, the barbarian has also mutilated our locomotive. Without me and my hands, we're never going anywhere.
Sure, okay. Could you maybe tell me how the train works, then?
That is strictly forbidden, Kate Walker. There is only one engineer, and that train engineer is me. I am sure you don't have a license or authorization or even a deputy engineer's permit.
Do you really think it's the right moment to get wrapped up in red tape, Oscar?
Regulations are regulations, Kate Walker.
Right. I'm done. Take care of yourself, Oscar.
Good luck, Kate Walker. And don't forget me.
Don't you forget about me. Boink. I wonder if those pliers are what I can use to change the lighting thing. Folks, I'm going to step away for just a hot minute. I just got to take care of a thing and grab a snack, and I will be back shortly. I was really hoping I could pull the handle back out with the pliers. That's not working. Lamau. Right now, I am, right now I'm eating some almonds, some salted almonds.
That door is locked. I've got to find another way around. Yes?
Kate, can you hear me this time?
Yes, I can hear you just perfectly, Dan, but I can't talk to you now. I'm in a real hurry.
I wanted to say sorry. I know I wasn't very understanding last time. I've been feeling a bit bad about it.
Okay, you're a real sweetheart, but I've got to leave you now. I'm not angry with you, so don't worry. I've just got to catch up to someone, and quick.
But Kate, this is really important.
I'll call you back, Dan. I'm sorry.
I really wish Kate told Dan that her train engineer's hands had been stolen. Yeah. Kate, do you know what day it is tomorrow? I hope that happens. That'd be funny. There were no posters on your walls. So now I'm wondering, like, is there something else on the train that I say we have pliers, but like, what can I use those pliers for? Do I have something that creates light? No, none of the cylinders create light. The mammoth doesn't create light. I don't think I have any sort of lantern on the train, do I? All right, I feel like I'm maybe overlooking something on the train. Yeah, I gotta apply. Would I be able to get into the front? Wait a second. What if I can get into the front compartment now and I just haven't been looking? Let me just double check that real quick. Cause like Oscar was like blocking my path there before. No? Come on, I could be an engineer. Wait, all right. I have one more galaxy brain thought. I want to look at something. All right, I got to do something just because I don't know what else to press on. I got to see how far forward I can pull the Colossus. I don't know if I can't pull it further forward. Finally. I hope, honestly, I hope this is just a mech. Is this I don't know. You think this guy's a mech? I feel like the reason this guy isn't a mech is because we can't individually control the arms and legs. But maybe I need to be broader. Yeah, that's communism. What? Oh, come on. Look at that platform right there. I could totally get onto that, and that could be something. I mean, I you know, the concept I always go back to with mechs is embodiment. That, you know, that the mech takes on some sort of quality. And a lot of times this is just basic, like, human qualities, you know, arms, legs, but it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to have arms or legs always. Because there's another mech up there, but we can't get onto it. All right, never mind. Wait, was there anything at the midway point? That might actually stick out, right? Let me go check. Oh yeah, okay, that does match up. Lamau. Lamau. Might as well jump. I mean, that's what it's there for. All right. Oh. All right, there we go. We applied. Off-screen plying. It's too violent to show. Oh. Wow. All right, Kate. Yo, hi, Exter. What is the game? What isn't the game implying? They're weapons. The ply. Well, look, when Kate plies, you better watch out.
I can't go that way.
Go that way. Okay. Yeah, this sure is a window, isn't it? ESA's yeah, that's what I like to hear. I had sort of a not ESA meetup yesterday. Me and MH and Fru and Broseph did like a little meetup. Played some board games. Pretended we were playing board games at a convention, but we did really play a board game. So. But yeah, glad to hear. I mean, also the thing about I think one of the things about speedrun marathons, especially because they're longer events than like just a weekend, is that it's also totally okay to take time to be away to chill. Yeah, he exploded in the final game. Like honestly, his first two games were like still better than me, like mid 100 scores. But then like he's like, all right, you know what? Let's get a 224. Sure. Is there anything going on the screen that I can click on? I don't think so. So which begs the question, like, what information am I supposed to get from the screen? And like, who knows? Pliers are still in my inventory. Oh. Okay. Yep. Okay. Oh, here we go. Boink. Was that it? It's a spark plug. Yeah. Okay. So that's the thing we needed to get into the mine. All right, let's go. See, this is why I'm glad I didn't trust my depth perception at all, because those things didn't look close to each other at all, but that was the solution. All right, let's get into the mine. Okay. Oh, there you go. Nice. Yo, rats. Oh, I can't follow the rat? Boo. Oh, looks like I can go that way either. One-way trip. All right, so there's another elevator. Do I just get on it? I mean, I guess I can just get on it, right? Rise up. Oh, wow. That was the thing that we saw in the voice cylinder. Let's go check it out. That looks like a sick organ. Oh, it's an automaton. Oh, that's what you needed the hands for, to make this guy play. Okay, interesting, but I don't see any I was hoping I could just take a screwdriver to the hands, but I don't think that's the case here. All right, probably needed that screwdriver for something. I'm sure we'll be back here in a second to get Oscar's hands back. Wow. Okay. Where does this go? No. Oh. All right. Shit. Had to turn around. I mean, look, you know, it's just this happens. You don't pay up. You don't pay your protection money. Take a screwdriver to the hands. No, we actually moved on to the next stop. We are in I forget the name of it. It's Russian. We're in the old Soviet Union. This is like a abandoned Soviet mine. There doesn't seem to be anything in here. Yeah, Comcalsgrad. There you go. There you go. That's the name. That is. Oh wait, here we go. Bong. Awesome. Yeah, nah, that's a pretty ideal condition to be in. Yo, is it, are you an automaton?
Hey, you. Who are you? Careful, I'm warning you. I'm not afraid of you, okay? What do you want? Why did you do that?
There must be some misunderstanding.
Because you reckon theft is all about misunderstanding, do you? Give me my hands back. Now.
Your hands? And what are those on the ends of your arms? I can explain everything to you. You see, I'm no thief.
You broke into my train, assaulted my driver, mutilated him, and stole his hands. Apart from that, you are not a thief.
I have not stolen them, miss. Only borrowed them for a while.
You've got to be joking.
I'm not joking with you, miss. I would never take such liberties.
They belong to Oscar, my automaton engineer. Why did you steal them?
They are extraordinary. Real mechanical wonders. I would never have been capable of designing such hands myself. Never. Such workmanship. Such precision crafting. It is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And just because you like them, you decided to steal them?
I have only borrowed them, little missy. Temporarily, you understand? Of course, I shall return them to you when I don't need them anymore. You can...
Excuse me?
You see, these hands are all I need to complete my plan. At last, I can finish off my automaton pianist and fulfill my dreams. Everything is now in place. You see, I have converted this old, useless, stupid factory into a magical theater. As you can see, the furnaces, piping, chimney stacks, they've all been converted into one gigantic organ. I will be able to accompany the world's greatest living singer. Now all I need is her...
Who are you?
Sergei Borodin, the director of the industrial city of Komkoltsgrad. Or what is left of it, at least. But who are you, for that matter? And why have you stopped in my station without authorization?
I didn't choose to stop in your station, but my train has a technical problem. My name is Kate Walker, and I'm an American lawyer.
It is very kind of you to come so far just to visit this place.
I repeat again, I never intended to stop here. I'm on a business trip. I'm a lawyer, goddammit.
Right. And what brings you here?
Like I said, a stupid mechanical hitch. I'm sorry, I can't make heads or tails out of your story at all. Without my engineer's hands, I'm stuck here, you see?
Everything I have designed, all that I have invented, everything is for her.
Do it for her.
Do you realize? Her. Oh, to hear her sing one more time here in my factory.
But who is she? Who are you talking about?
Helena. The one and only Helena Romansky. Her voice is so pure, like an angel. One day she came here to Komkoltsgrad. She sang here, you know, when our industrial city was in its heyday. Oh, so long ago now. It was almost unreal. It was magical. I remember it like it was yesterday. Then, later, a long time later, she saved my soul. She saved my life and gave it meaning. When I was told that the mining program was to be abandoned, that this industrial city was consigned to oblivion, that I, its director, would from then on be nothing but a guardian of these rusting remains of a bygone age, that is when I first formed my plan. To bring Helena Romansky back to this factory. But this time, she would sing for me, and me alone.
And is she okay about this?
Sure, sure. Once she finds out that I have done all this for her, when she realizes how I converted this vast network of pipes and tubes to create one of the most impressive organs ever made, then, you know, this was no small achievement, miss. Once molten iron flowed through here. Now there wafts only beautiful melodies. But then I realized I had to make an automaton pianist. I began to despair that I would never create hands that were intricate enough. But then you arrived. So lucky, don't you think?
Yeah, that must have been a happy coincidence for someone around here. So, when will this Madame Romansky come back? When do I get my hands back?
I don't know. Maybe someone should look for her. Tell her. Hey, why don't you go? The quicker you bring her back, the sooner you can carry on your business trip. Now, isn't that a good idea?
And you promise that once Helena has sung, you will give me back my automaton's hands?
I promise, my dear. You have my solemn word.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to believe you. Where should I go hunting for this singer, then?
I have no idea. But for a woman of the world like yourself, finding her should pose no obstacle. Helena Romansky was a world celebrity, you know. I have collected many objects, souvenirs of her that I keep in a room. A shrine to her glory. It's like her own personal museum in a way. You should take a look.
All right. Oh, he just opened it. Ah, okay.
This whole story is completely nuts. And what if I helped you to make some other hands just for your automaton?
Why should life be complicated when I already have what I need? And I very much doubt you are in any position to create such a perfect pair of hands.
You mentioned an automaton pianist, didn't you? Where did you find it?
I pieced it together myself, my dear. Except for the hands, that is. I admit that I underestimated the intricacy of this part of the design. A pianist's hands are very important, after all. But enough. Now he has a perfect set of hands.
Your passion amazes me. Have you designed any other automatons here?
No. Clockwork mechanisms do not interest me as such. I simply needed a robot capable of accompanying Helena Romansky on my huge organ. I adapted an existing model, a reject automaton secretary. I reconstructed it and adapted it to this new function.
An existing model, you say? Did you ever know Hans Vorarlberg? He was a kind of mechanical genius, like yourself.
Hans Vorarlberg? Yes. Or maybe... I don't know. No.
Sure, I understand. The number of automatons still functioning in this abandoned complex is amazing, though.
My dear, one thing is for sure. For many years, I have been totally alone here. If that man ever came to this city, he left long, long ago.
When you stepped on the train, you were trespassing on private property.
Everything in this city, sweet lady, belongs to the state. And to all intents and purposes, the state in this city is me.
My train is not a part of this factory. And besides, we never would have stopped here in the first place if its engine hadn't needed winding.
Well, as long as your train is at this station, it may be requisitioned and used for industrial purposes.
Out of the question. And I forbid you to do so.
Maybe I won't have to. Perhaps we can maybe come to some kind of agreement, my sweet lady.
I hope so. And fast.
All right, so let's go take a look at the memorabilia
I
room.
have to go now.
So be it.
Well, is there anything in here that we can look at before I leave? Nah. Those buttons look big though, but all right, let's get out of here.
It seems this monorail is controlled from somewhere else.
Okay. All right, this is normal. Extremely normal. All right, we got a record player here, so we can create the voice, which is, I assume, what we would be doing. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just have a shrine that you keep suspended in air from giant chains. Not weird at all. Mine. Young Helena Romansky's crystal clear voice moves amateurs and professionals alike gathered for the 9th Wador Festival in Brussels. Yeah, I said that right. A young Russian soprano was the revelation of the event. She is an exceptionally talented singer, and at the tender age of 20, Helena looks to have a very promising career ahead of her. Helena Romansky's finest numbers are collected here on this golden disc, millions of copies of which are being sold around the world. Can I please yoink this? Oh, it's broken. Shit. No, give it to me. All right, whatever. Comrade Helena Romansky sings for the people. Her series of recitals with piano performed in the factories of our great republic after Kiev. Our diva arrives at Komkolsgrad. Ravishing Helena is seen here with the factory director, Comrade Borodin, and several admirers. Helena Romansky's success in Europe is assured. The great Helena Romansky, our nation's glory, appears and triumphs every night on Europe's most famous stages. Following from Milan, Paris, and Vienna, Helena Romansky gave an exceptional recital in which her voice was even more powerful and moving than ever. Helena Romansky at this point is at the peak of her artistic career, and her recitals that year are exceptional. The high point and testimony to this greatness is her unforgettable interpretation of Rigoletto, sung with her great friend, the Russian tenor, Frank Malkovich. Oh, Frank Malkovich. That's the artist that Mama's hanging out with. Let us not forget that the latter has recently decided to pursue his career in the United States. Yesterday evening, adoring crowds filled out the Bolshoi to say that their fond farewells to Helena Romansky, their diva, making her last ever public appearance. Romansky revolutionized lyrical artistry, and her name has already passed into posterity. Throughout the well of emotion, her fatigue and illness, she merely managed to utter a tearful thank you. All right, so she's retired. Ooh. Not known. Return to sender. Dear Helena, this is 97. Pray forgive me such familiarity of tone. I've written to you so often and for so long now that I feel I've come to know you intimately through my correspondence. I hope if my previous letters have reached you that you share this feeling. I'm writing to you at this address for the 112th time. I hope that one day you will return there and you will find one of my letters. This one, maybe. I can only hope. It's just that I have so much to say to you, so much to share. My work progresses well. As I wrote before, the hardest part was to put theory into practice, but I am gradually finding solutions to the problems and have managed to add a whole host of fine adjustments. The grand organ is now nearly complete. I can't wait for you to see it. Madam, I have transformed my factory into a crown, and I hope that you will be its jewel. It is a magnificent stage, one worthy of your talent and beauty. Helena, I feel so close to you. You and you alone are all I think about. The more time that goes by, the more certain I become that one day you will visit me in this factory that is dedicated entirely to you. I have immense hope in my heart and am awaiting your acceptance of my invitation. Yeah, some warning signs going off here. Was there, did I miss, wait, I want to, oh no, wait, no, that's not. Burp. 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 Okay. I wonder if I need to... Oh, yeah. I wonder... That's a good idea, actually. Let me do that.
Hi, Mom?
Kate! What? Have you seen the time? Why are you phoning me in the middle of the night?
Sorry, Mom. I forgot about the time zones. Did I wake you?
Well, of course you woke me up. I was sleeping deeply, too. I simply got to get my beauty sleep. I've got an absolutely crazy day tomorrow.
I'm sorry. It's just that it's real important and urgent. I haven't got a lot of time.
Well, if it really can't wait till tomorrow, Munchkin, come on, tell your mommy what's up. No way I'm calling Dan for you if that's what you want.
Mom, listen, please. I seem to remember you're seeing a Marovich or something like that at the moment.
No. Malkovich, Munchkin. Frank Malkovich.
Yeah, right. So, but he's an opera singer, right?
That's right. They say he had the finest voice of his time, my dear. Imagine that.
That's just great. So then he must have known a famous singer called Helena Romansky. She's Russian, too. Please, if you can ask him if...
Listen, honey, if it's stars you're after, Frank knows them all. I'll just wake him up and let him tell you himself.
You mean he's...
Frank, do you know this woman named... Oh, you do? Oh, Kate, listen, you're still there. Frank tells me he did hang out with a Romansky once, but it was platonic. You know those singers. She's a great soprano.
Great. Does he know where she went? Does she still sing? Where does she live?
1 second, Munchkin. Do you know? Oh. Frank says she was very ill and she withdrew from circulation. Really? Oh, what is... Oh, okay. She went to rest in some spa somewhere. He thinks it was called Arlbad, but it was 15 years ago and he's not sure. And, well, honey, when Frank wakes up, he always takes a little bit of time to get going, you know.
Thanks a bundle, Mom. And Frank, too. You're both fantastic. Love you both. Thanks again. Catch you later.
Okay, so what did I just... Oh, so I got conversation topics is what I got. Arlbad. Okay, all right. I'm going to stand up for just a hot second. I'll be right back. All right. Okay, so now we have a new conversation option. No, that's the Deadly Premonition whistle song. You were right. All right, so now that we can talk about Arrowbad, maybe we can talk. I guess the only person we really talk to is what's his face, the director. So let's bring the conversation topic home. Actually, I want to check one thing. No, see, I was thinking I could apply the thing, but it's a cracked record, so it's clearly not meant to play.
Hello?
Did I wake you up? I can't sleep at all. This whole business just keeps turning round and round in my head.
What business, Dan?
But Kate, that argument we had, have you forgotten? I really need to talk about that again.
Oh, I guess we were both a little high-strung, that's all. But don't sweat it, okay?
Yeah, sure. Getting carried away never solves anything, does it? I must say I felt really dumb when I hung up.
Really?
Yeah, I left the door to my office open and I was convinced everybody around heard me.
I'm so embarrassed, Dan. Please say I'm sorry to your colleagues from me.
It doesn't matter, honey. Promise me that you will never put me in that state again. You're usually
What? It's her fault?
I have the impression that this journey is
God. All right, put this guy in the trash can.
I'm living a whole load of new and amazing experiences.
Okay, I see. And still no Hans Warlberg?
No.
Keep me posted. You know how important you are to me. Hurry home, huh?
I'll try. Big hug, Dan. Director.
Ah, it is you, Miss Walker.
Director, I think I know where Helena Romansky is.
My God, you have found Helena? That is fantastic.
From my research, Helena Romansky is living in Arrowbad.
Arrowbad? Helena Romansky is in Arrowbad.
You know the town, then? You know where it is?
Of course. It was a famous spa resort. In its heyday, Arrowbad welcomed all the big wigs of the regime. To be granted a stay there was a real honor. Today, the honor has gone, along with all the generals and colonels, all washed away with the sea.
It sounds like a good place if you need to take it easy or convalesce.
I think Madame Romansky would be happier here. I think she'll prefer the peace and quiet here, the perfect tranquility of our little town.
Yeah, Winston. So Syberia is basically an adventure game. It's more, it's more like a Broken Sword or like a. It's not as hard as hard as a Syberia game, but there's no combat or anything. So in terms of how is it similar to RE, it's mostly the pre-rendered backgrounds, which do look great. I think this game is from 2002, early 2002. And so it's got really, really nice pre-rendered backgrounds. Good again because it's sticking with the pre-rendered look instead of going off in the the real-time polygonal look. But yeah, so I would say this is a good adventure game. If you like adventure games, this is one I've been enjoying a lot so far. I'm about 7 hours in.
From my research, you know.
All right, so he says the same thing.
Please excuse me. I have to go now.
So be it.
What did I learn from that? Wait, I feel like I didn't learn anything from that conversation.
How can I get to Arrowbad?
Oh, here you go.
There is one way that you can. Here in the city, there are no suitable vehicles left. But that drunk old fool living up there, he'll have something.
What drunken old fool? You mean you're not alone? What's up there?
You mean you haven't noticed the space compound on the plateau? There's still some pathetic old soldier guarding it. But he's more interested these days in reaching for another bottle than reaching for the stars.
And you think this gentleman could have a vehicle for me?
I haven't the slightest idea. If you catch him on a good day, then maybe. But good days for him are far and few between. I wish you luck.
How do I get up to the space compound then?
There is a monorail that leads up to the Cosmodrome. When you are inside, I will activate the automatic pilot.
All right, that's probably what I needed.
Why don't you come with me? After all, you're the person in the best position to convince Helena Romansky.
Unfortunately, since my accident, I seldom leave my office if I can avoid it. And it is not wise for a director to leave his city now, is it?
Okay, I'm going. Wish me luck.
I am counting on you, Miss Walker.
Oh, all right. There we go. God, so many phone calls.
Hello?
Kate! Oh, that you? How are you?
Olivia. Great, just the right person. Look, have you heard of Helena Romansky?
No. Is she some Russian fashion designer?
No, she's a singer. I'm going to be meeting her soon. I've just got to find a way of reaching Arlbad. Can you imagine how lucky I am?
Not really. Well, what relation's this singer got with the toy case? You sure you know what you're up to, Kate? You sound really different, like you're changing or something.
Look, it's like this. If I'm going to get to the end of my journey, I've got to link up this singer and the director of the Komkalsgrad Industrial City. Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing. Why did you say that I've changed?
I don't know, just an impression. You sound more sure of yourself, like stronger, more confident.
And that's a problem?
There you go. Just takes one word and you're up on your high horse. I'm beginning to see Dan's point of view. It's getting harder and harder to back you up all the time.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that I had a drink or two with Dan, because he wants to talk. He feels a bit lonely.
Yep, there you go.
And
For
what's he been telling you?
Metal
Nothing.
alchemist.
He just has the impression you're slipping away from him. He can't see where you're coming from anymore. Like, we went to the movies the other day, and he said that you would have loved the film, but I told him that...
You mean you're dating my fiancé?
No! No, not dating.
Not dating.
Kate. Just propping him up while you're away. All in a good cause. I can keep an eye on him for you at the same time.
What would I do without you?
Oh, you're jealous. Well, that's a good sign. That means you want him. Now, that he'll be pleased to hear.
You seeing each other again soon?
Tomorrow night. He invited me
Wow.
to dinner at the Gold Room.
Wow.
You don't mind, do you, Kate?
No worries. Look, I've got to go, Olivia. Take care.
Well, that sure escalated. Also, hey, Dangerous. Sometimes you got to make the joke work, but sometimes you also have to receive a series of phone calls where your best friend starts dating your fiance while you're on an adventure. It do be like that. Yeah, that really acceleration. Oh my god. Are we going to space? Are we in fact going to the moon? You know what I haven't done? I haven't saved in a while. Like, I haven't saved this whole stream. Oh, it's on the moon? Oh, okay, yeah, that'll do it. I mean, it would be really funny if Dan somehow showed up. Of course, there are sequels, so. God damn, there's a lot up here. Who even cares about the Goldbergs, am I right? Wait, what is that? All right. Is this like a, is this just moving to the screen? Oh no, is that behind it? Damn it, that's behind it. I thought that was the actual pod itself. People constantly calling me Dan, feel like you're targeted. I mean, maybe you are. Do you have a fiance that is on a train in Europe on an adventure and you are constantly belittling her? Because then you might be Dan. We got a lot of questions to be answered here. We have gone beyond the Iron Curtain. That's a possibility, but you don't know. All right, that's extremely fair. Here we go. Oh, boink. Definitely probably need that. All right, so we got some buttons. A little switch doodad, like a little keyhole. That, oh.
This thing's jammed.
Jammed. Well, we probably need to put this in here. Yeah. All right, if it's jammed, can I just take the part? No. No. Let me just make sure I can't. Okay. No. No. No.
This thing's.
All right. Don't know what's going on there. The key is not coming out, so we probably did need to put the key in there. All right, well, let's explore some more. I can't bully my fiance anymore. Better find someone else to bother. So it seems like she keeps walking around to the left there, which makes me wonder if the area to the right is a different place, like over here. Now I have to find out. It's totally a different place. Also, what is going on up there? What are those birds? Do I want to know? As upsetting. We'll just ignore that. Oh. All right. And here we are. Oh, is this the vehicle?
I need a key.
I need a key. Do I have a key? What about pliers? They're like a key. What about a screwdriver? That's like a key. No. All right. All right, we probably need to find this soldier and maybe do something for him, and then he'll give us the key so we can get out of here. So let's go find the soldier. Oh, what's over here? Yeah, I don't know. Like, honestly, that door doesn't even look functional. Like, you could probably just break that door off. Let's be real. Oh, okay.
I need a key.
Oh, I need a key? All right, no idea what any of that does. Oh, this is probably something here. Assuming it's attached to that arm. Oh, hey, my dude. I'm gonna check your apartment for stuff that I can steal before I talk to you. I hope that's okay.
Excuse me. Sir, sorry to disturb you, but yoo-hoo. Can you hear me?
3, 2, 1,
contact, and we have liftoff. Oh, holy mother. A dame. A pretty dame on the launch pad.
Please, no need to worry, sir. Just do stay calm. I just want some information.
Watch what you're doing, sweetheart. We ain't got no information, no strategies, no plans to tell anyone, anywhere, anytime. Military regulations, you dig it, man?
All right.
My name's Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer from... I'm a bit lost. And I guess you know this place.
Maurice Charles, at your service, ma'am. Can I offer you something from the bar?
No, thank you. Tell me, how long have you been here?
For as long as it took for you to come along, Sweet Pea. Don't think I've been lonely. I got a bottle or two here. Keep me company?
You're a soldier, aren't you? Ex-cosmonaut?
Hey, honey, that's all in the past. Hell, let's talk about today. Let's have a drink. That's an order, soldier.
Please, can you try and get a grip? I must absolutely find a way out of this industrial complex.
Jeez, me too. I've really got to get out of this dump, but not before I've had a little drink. Here, get your pretty little lips around this. Vodka. Tell me what you think.
What do you think about vodka?
Do you have a vehicle to lend me? I think I'd even test one of your rockets right now if I had to.
Toast my rockets. Hey, pretty dame, I'll drink to that. Now, just a minute. We gotta need a special occasion. Something to blow you away. 3, 2, 1, contact and have liftoff.
Okay, that's enough.
What was that? Did you say something? Are our female comrades revolting or what? Uh-oh, trouble on its way. Bottoms up. Power to the babushkas.
I heard that maybe you could lend me a vehicle or something?
A vehicle? All our vehicles were picked up and shipped out to the borders years ago. General's orders. I say, let us raise our glass to this finest soldier this country's ever known, little lady.
I don't mean to offend you, but I'm not in the mood for a drink right now.
And you'll live to regret it to your dying days, sweetheart. To your health, while you have it.
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you?
Karlsberg. Of course I know that name. But sorry, it's been a long time since I've seen something like that around here.
Vorarlberg. He's a person. I'm looking for him, and I think he might have come by here a few years ago.
Well, in that case, let us raise our glasses to this brave man and his very good health.
I came here by train, but I've got this mechanical problem. I had to leave the train down in the industrial zone. The director down there told me you were here.
Ah, Borodine, that dumb traitor. I tell you, he's gone over to the enemy, over to the dark side. It's terrifying, the darkness. Eating out his brain. The jerk.
That's maybe going a bit far. He is a little eccentric, I'll grant you that. But when you live on your own, cut off from the world for so long...
His brain's gone AWOL, I tell you. There's no darkness in my brain. I've got a cure. See? My secret antidote. Go on, have some. It'll stop you getting a cold.
I don't think I'm in a high-risk category, but thanks anyway. So many birds nesting around here. What attracts them all here like that?
Dumb birds. But at least a bird don't get bored, does it? See? They can fly. Them birds, geez, they can fly.
Sounds like you're jealous of them.
Well, maybe you're just right there. Because sometimes I like to let Soyuz loose and watch them circle for hours on end. The birds, they crap themselves when they see him coming. Don't stop him coming back, though.
Soyuz?
Soyuz, ma'am. A silver angel. A savior who cleans our cosmodrome of them dirty rats with dirty wings.
I need to get to Arrowbad, and quick.
You go ahead, soldier. I'll stay here and keep you covered. I got the supplies here. Got to keep an eye on them. Tricky job, too, you know. All these bottles.
While I was walking around here, I noticed a very impressive airship. It's kind of strange to find such a ship in the middle of all these rockets. Does it still work? What do you use it for?
That airship used to take us all the way to the Arrowbad beaches. And now we're grounded. For good. Mama used to say to me, son, aim for the stars and you might hit the moon. So I aimed for the stars, but all I hit was the bottle.
Nothing around here works? Everything's broken?
Well, of course not. Everything works perfectly. I may be an old Cossack alcoholic, but I ain't mad, and I do my duty. To your very good health.
Thank you.
All right, so what have we learned from all this conversation? The airship still works, but we need a key.
I was going to... Forget it, it doesn't matter. He's too drunk to help anyone anyway.
I am not drunk. I have drunk. A little.
All right, so that clearly can be picked up. Yoink. Stick the whole bottle.
Strange. Sure, I left a bottle or two around here. I gotta get some air.
Oh, he's getting up.
Pretty tight. We'll think about that blast off later, huh?
If this game had a central
Are you
theme,
okay, Colonel? Are you sure
I feel
you're
like it's
all right?
about everyone's clinging to the past, and that hurts them. Like everyone, I mean, it's also kind of required by the plot that everyone in this game is old because they know Hans. Oh.
Be careful. Don't lean out too far or you'll...
Oh. I see. And like Kate, in contrast, is undergoing a journey where she is like changing and is pretty much getting ready to leave behind her current situation with Dan and Olivia. So all right, so was there anything that he was sitting by that I could look at? Doesn't seem like it. Oh wait, here we go. Boink. The Comcolsgrad Cosmodrome Prototype Program Management Committee. Comrades, subsequent to inspections over the last year, our comrades of the Government Space Commission have reached an unfavorable conclusion concerning the Vorarlberg project. Here are their findings. 1. The Space Commission is convinced that Hans Vorarlberg's research will yield no concrete results capable of serving the military interests of our country or of advancing its space program. 2. It is considered that this project will only bring ridicule to our country and give a very poor image of our national space industry abroad. 3. During the last few years, in a long succession of fruitless attempts, Comrade Vorarlberg has clearly demonstrated the limits to his knowledge of mechanical sciences. Consequently, we have ordered the irrevocable suspension of the program. It has been deemed counter-revolutionary, and we now withdraw all collaboration with Comrade Vorarlberg. This decision has been approved by the Supreme Soviet, who adopted, with a clear majority, the Central Committee Directive of April 15th, relating to the definitive cancellation of the Vorarlberg spring-loaded launchpad project. The directive announces the provisional closure of the Comcolsgrad Cosmodrome and reassignment of Vorarlberg project test pilots to other domains. 1979. Yeah, no, exactly. Where Kate has clearly been held back by her environment, her work environment, her family environment, her, social environment. And she was clearly belittling herself for the benefit. Like, remember, she was very timid talking to her boss or talking to Dan or whatever. All right, does that key have a label? It's just called key. There's a lot of vodka bottles. Okay. Well, I don't know what we're doing. Oh. Okay. Can I is there, okay, let me make sure I'm looking at all the controls. There's no other, it's just these. And I can't even take the key out. Okay, so I can move it back in. I wonder if I can just walk down there and interact with him now. Maybe that's it. Maybe the whole point of this was just to move him so I could like walk up to him. Let's assume that's the case. No, I can't walk over there? Oh, that's weird. Okay, so I'm not interacting with him on foot then. What is this? All right, that sounded like it's maybe now I can dump water on him from that pipe. Got him.
Hey, what's happening? That's water you got there. Stop it! Now! You want me to drown?
All right, we got him up.
Calm down, it's all right. Just a little wake-up call, that's all. You must have had quite a bit to drink.
Gee, you're right there. Not the first time either. Probably won't be the last. Man, my head. Please, could you whisper?
Please, do excuse me. But it was the only way I could think of to bring you back to your senses.
A little extreme, maybe. But I get the impression you're a lady who likes to see...
I love results. All right, let's see now that he's a little more sober. I mean, we might have to give him the bottle of vodka, but let's just flip through all the dialogue.
My name is Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer currently in charge of a special case.
I think this is different.
I'll spare you the details, but I've landed here, you see, unintentionally.
It is indeed an honor to welcome you here to the Cosmodrome, ma'am. My name is Colonel Boris Sharoff. I'm a Red Army test pilot reject, and now I babysit the Komkalsgrad space complex.
This is an amazing complex. Shame it's a little run down.
What do you expect? Space race is yesterday's news. That's the way it is. News 1 minute, history the next.
Yeah, no, it turns out having a concussion and then getting water dumped on you sobers you up, I guess.
I came here by train, but unfortunately it broke down. I've got to get to Arrowbad immediately. Someone told me you might have a vehicle to lend me.
Someone? Who might that someone be? I hope you're not talking about Sergei Borodin.
Well, yes, I am. The director of the industrial complex below.
Be careful, ma'am. He is not a rational man. He can be mean and very dangerous.
He suggested I come and see you, actually. But I get the impression that he doesn't care much for you either.
I don't care what he thinks of me. All I say to you is, watch out for him.
There aren't many vehicles on this base.
When they decided to close the Cosmodrome, they towed all the useful equipment away.
It doesn't matter. I'll find some other way.
If I can help you, please, just ask.
I'm looking for someone. Hans Vorarlberg. And I think he came by here about 20 years ago.
Hans? You want to know if I know Hans? But of course. He invented one of the most incredible flying machines of the Cosmodrome. Christmas, good old Hans. Even after that dumb and dirty trick he played on me. But I wouldn't give to see him again.
What do you mean? What did he do to you?
Hans Vorarlberg and his famous flying wing. See, he invented this kind of spring-loaded launcher, capable of projecting a weird rocket into the stratosphere. It was red revolutionary hot, and I was going to be its first test pilot. Holy cow, what a job. And then several days before the launch, Hans disappears into thin air like that. Poof! The test program? Well, it's abandoned.
Just disappeared like that? Without saying where he was going?
You see, he wanted to hit the stars, but not bombs, if you get my drift. One day, Hans finally worked out what his launcher was really for. It's the generals have always called the shots here, you realize, and when they asked Hans to screw a nuclear warhead onto his flying wing, well, he wasn't a happy man. So he left.
Yo, Hans was making Metal Gear.
If everything was ready...
Incredible.
Why didn't you just wind the thing up and go flying after all?
Nobody understood machines here like Hans, especially not his own utopian inventions. You see, such inventions only live and breathe with their creator in the saddle. Without him, space travel became damn near impossible. And since then, well...
A weapon to surpass Metal Gear? I don't know about that.
I'm beginning to understand a bit about how Hans Vorarlberg's inventions work. What is this one like?
I don't really know. As you can see, I'm a soldier, ma'am. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not a goddamn aerospace engineer.
I've left my train in the Komkelsgrad station. Do you think it'll get in the way?
If I were you, I'd get out of there as quick as possible.
That's exactly what I intend to do, as soon as the director gives me back my automaton's hands. That's why I want to go to Arrowbad.
So go, and go quickly, and get back what belongs to you. With a man like that, you never know what might happen.
You don't like him very much, then?
I'll confess that since his accident, he's gone a little doolally. These days, I stay clear of him, and you should do the same.
I don't really have the choice.
Yeah, I mean, look. Here's the thing. The thing about adventure games is that you have to buy into the logic, because otherwise you'd just be like, why not choose violence, right? Like, why not get the soldier here to get rid of the director so we can get our hands back, you know?
Don't you find it strange to see so many birds in the Cosmodrome?
It's the iron rafters. I love them. Nowadays, they can enjoy a bit of good old peace and quiet here. So, of course, they turn up in flockloads. Sometimes I set Soyuz onto them. Just like the good old days.
Soyuz?
Soyuz is the last Golden Eagle left in active service. We had to get the dumb canaries out of the way before takeoff, so what did we do? Set the Eagle on them. And you should see them fly. Soyuz, he's like a cat among the pigeons. Magnificent.
Does Arrowbad mean anything to you?
Arrowbad. It's been a long time since I heard that name. It's a spa resort, man. Top brass of the regime would go there. As well as convalescing soldiers, tired politicians, profiteers and racketers, the whole caboodle. They'd go live it up, all expenses paid. One privilege I never got. Just 2 steps away from becoming the nation's hero, and no free holiday for me.
And where exactly is this place?
Further east. We never had to know where exactly. The airship was programmed to take vacationers there. From here.
Do you think the airship still works?
No idea. It has been so long since it was used.
And then I've got to learn how to use it too.
You won't have any worries there. It has an automatic pilot. Go visit if you want. Here's the key.
Thanks.
All right, key acquired.
Thank you so much for helping me. I'm sorry to have woken you up like that.
It's been great talking to you, ma'am. I think I'll take 40 winks right now.
Peace. Oh no, wait, we don't go this way, right? This is the way to the airship. Oh, I wonder if we need to activate Soyuz to get the birds away, maybe? Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like that works.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that I can interface with? There's nothing in the floor there. So there's that, and that's the switch that we just pulled. Yeah, I mean, it does take out some of the logistical work of having to move all these things along for sure. I'm surprised there isn't like a prompt to insert a Vorarlberg key or something, although that's maybe, you know, what we did.
Doesn't look like that works.
Mm-hmm. So of course we can still exit. There's no second view on the screen. I'm wondering now if I can do something with the, oh, there he is. Hey, my dude.
There you are. I was looking for you. I've managed to trigger the autopilot mechanism, but the airship still won't take off. Do you know why?
Maybe. I've got some idea. But you look like you're a pretty good mechanic.
Let's just say that since the start of the journey, I've managed to get by and get to know Hans Vorarlberg's strange contraptions.
Okay. I have a deal to make with you. I've been living in this dumb launcher site for years. And I've always said that one of these days I'm going to the stars on that flying wing. And I better make that trip before vodka stews my brain. But I gotta know how it works. And you look like you might have some clue at least. If you could help me get to the stars, I'll tell you how the airship works. What do you say? We got a deal?
Why not?
Why not?
I'll see what I can do for you.
All right, I think that is going to be an excellent point for me to go ahead and wrap up today's stream. We've made some good progress. We are now in Comkolsgrad. We've navigated some of the first sections of it. We're going to hopefully get to Arelbad and, I don't know, probably discover that she's dead next stream or something. And, you know, get out of Comkolsgrad and, you know, take it from there. Right now, the plan, stream-wise, is that I think I'll be doing a stream of this tomorrow night. Plan is to stick to this until we finish it. As always, if you want to see what the schedule is, I post the schedule every Thursday in the Discord. Yeah, extreme progression, especially when it comes to Kate's life, that in particular has been satisfying. So right now, the plan is